Are you able, can you respond in short? Yeah. Is it okay now? Is it audible?
Sir, audible, sir.
Yeah. So where we stopped in the last session? So what we session? Last session what we discussed? We discussed about the functions, right? Function with argument, without argument, function with return type, without return type or not. Yes or no? Okay. So can anyone answer this question? What is the answer? On first. If I execute this statement directly, what's my answer?
And is not
not defined.
Name n is not defined. Okay, so name location is not defined. Name location is not defined. Can you reproduce this one? Can you reproduce this error? How many ways we can reproduce this error? Now, whenever I execute the statement, this error should come. So how we can reproduce the error? One way, print LOC. What is the error? What is the error? Come on. LOC is not defined or not. By using functions, tell me. I want to reproduce this error. Can I write like this definition F1? Okay, na? Print LOC. If I write F1 like this, what is my error? If I write like this, what is my error? Come on. Name LOC is not defined or not. Up to here, syntactically valid or not? 100% valid. But whenever you execute F1, okay, this block of statements are going to execute or not? These block of statements are going to execute. So print to LOC. LOC is what? Not there. So that you can get the error is like what? Error is like what? Name LOC is not defined or not? Name LOC is not defined. Can anyone reproduce this error? If I run the statement, the error should object int is not callable. How we can reproduce? Object int is not callable. How we can reproduce? Hmm? If I execute the statements, the error should be this one. Can anyone tell me how we can reproduce this error? Don't know. At least one person. How we can reproduce this error?
number equals to 3.
Number equals to?
On integer.
Tell me. Number equals to?
3.
Number equals to what?
3, 3.
3. Okay. That's it. Can I write
Whenever
like
there
this?
is a normal variable that time
Can I
call.
write, can I write like this? Number equals to 3, you said. Number call it. If I call this one, number should be what? Second statement, number should be what? Function. But actual number value is what? Number. Okay, 3,
Integer.
integer. So that object int is not callable or not? Yes or no? Hmm? Valid or invalid? Syntactically. Syntactically, there is no
valid.
issue. Syntactically, there is no issue. But while running, syntactically there has no issues. But while running, tell me,
Parameter not defined.
parameter not defined. Huh? Exact error is that one.
Int is not callable.
Am I
String is
call
not.
int? Am I call int? Am I call int
Okay.
somewhere? The positional
Parameter is
parameter
not defined.
you supplied like more than one or not? Expected 0, but you supplied one or not? Yes or no? If the parameters are like mismatched, you supplied 10, but here you not hold that value or not. If the parameters are like mismatched, in Python you can get the error or not. Exact how many parameters the function is going to take, that many only you have to pass it. Agreed everyone? Okay na? Answer this question. What is the type of my A? What is the type of my A? Type of A. Type of A.
It can be integer or string
Integer or string?
or both.
Can be any, right? Can be any, right?
Yeah.
If I pass like 10, print 10. If I pass like string, print that string. If I pass like boolean, print that boolean. Remaining. Come on, remaining data types. If I pass like list, print list. If I pass like set, print set. If I pass like next tuple, print tuple. If I pass like dict, print dictionary or not. There is no type, right? I'm not doing any operation or not. Yes or no? Think. Type of A
Function.
should be function or not? Should be function. Other than function, anything you pass. Other than function, anything you pass, you can get the error is what? Other than function, anything you pass. What is the error? Generic error message, tell me. Other than function, anything you pass. What is that? Not callable error, right? Not callable. Integer pass. Integer is not callable. String pass. String is not callable. Like that or not? Agreed? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen carefully and tell this answer, okay? If you really understand, you can answer this question. What's that? One second. No? Okay. First of all, can anyone talk about fn function? Just tell something about fn. Come on, tell something about fn.
Contains two parameters.
Fn is a function. Parameters.
Two.
Contains another function.
Parameter type. Type, tell me. Parameter type.
Function.
Parameter type.
Function.
Function.
Both are like functions? Not.
Yeah, both are functions.
Both are like functions, right? Okay, how we can say A, you are calling. B also do. B also calling or not. So type
Function.
function, right? Type function. Parameter type is like function. Return type is what?
Return type function.
Return type is a function. Return value is what? What is the difference between return type and return value? Return type is nothing but this statement is there. No? The type of F1. F1 type is what?
Function.
Function. Return
Function.
type is a function. Return value is what?
Don't.
F1, right? Okay, this is something about the Fn function or not. Now come to the question. Okay. To print, okay, call Fn. Okay, first call Fn and print. Okay, Sachin, Dhoni, and Kohli in the console. By calling Fn, you can write like this. By calling Fn, okay, has to print Sachin, Dhoni, Kohli in the console. In the console or terminal command prompt. Okay, so by calling Fn has to print what? Sachin, Dhoni, Kohli in the console. This particular function, if I call in the console, Sachin, Dhoni, okay, Sachin, Dhoni, Kohli has to be visible. Has to be visible. Sachin, Kohli, Dhoni. This is the requirement. Tell how we can call it. While calling F1, while calling Fn, okay, I have to print Sachin, Kohli, Dhoni in the console. Kohli is not there. Okay, you can hard code it, but Sachin, Dhoni is there. You can use these values. So how we can? Anyone? Whenever you call Fn, okay, Sachin, Kohli, Dhoni has to print in the console. Come on. Anyone? He said like while calling a function, right? Can we call a function? Which function you have to call? Which function you have to call? So can we execute this one in our Jupyter? In our Jupyter notebook, can we execute? Let's go. Documents, next. What's is like workspace, huh? Python Jupyter notebook. How we can open Jupyter? Come on, command. What is the command? Jupyter notebook. Jupyter notebook. Shall we create a new notebook? Yes. Select untitled. Tell me. I have a function Fn which take how many parameters? 2 parameters. Done. A used like this, B used like this. Inside this one, there has one more. Okay, here print what? Dhoni and return Fn. Done. This is my simple function. Syntactically 100% valid. Syntactically 100% valid. Now my question is what? Whenever you call Fn, my output should be Sachin, Kohli, Dhoni. How you want, you can do it. Whenever you call Fn, output should be Sachin, Kohli, Dhoni. Tell me how we can. Don't know. Okay. Whenever you call Fn, right? So can I call it? If I call like this, what is the error? If I call like this, what is the error?
Parameters.
Parameters mismatch. First step by step we can go. Parameters mismatch or not. So can I pass the parameters? How many has to pass?
Two
How many
parameters.
has to pass? Two parameters. Which parameters you want me to pass? Can I pass like 10, 20?
A,
Can I pass
B.
like 10? A comma B? You want me to pass like this? A comma B? If I execute this one, what is the error? Anyone? If I execute this one,
Functions.
second? Yeah?
A is not a function.
No. Whenever I execute this statement, what exactly the error was?
A is not different.
A is not defined, right? A is not there. See, A, B, C, D, this kind of things is like what? Either string, either number. Okay, value you can put it, but reference, A is a reference. Is A defined or not defined? Is my A defined or not defined? Not defined anywhere, right? So that my error is what? A is not defined. No. Come on, tell me. You only said, right, just now about the FN. You said like FN, take two parameters. Those two parameter types are what? What you said? Two parameters types are what?
Functions.
Functions, right? Okay, so you pass first parameter is a function and you have to pass the second parameter also as a function or not? Yes or no? No. Yes, no. Tell me how we can pass it. Hmm? Can I pass like this? What is error? What is error? Exact error, tell me fast. You should not think this much time. Exact error is what?
Int is not callable.
Integer cannot be
Integer.
callable.
Integer object integer is not callable. Not callable or not? Perfect. If I want to call fn, I have to pass two parameters. Those two parameters types are like functions. So can I create two functions? What's wrong with that one? If you want to pass a function, if you want to give a function to some other person, for example, if you want to give something to others, first of all, you should have that one, right? Then only we can give it or not. Here also, I want to give the function to fn. First of all, function should be there, right? Okay, how many functions you want me to give like this? How many functions you want me to give like this? Two functions. Can we create two functions? Any number of functions you can create. How we can create two functions? How we can create two functions? Come on.
Definition.
Definition. You can put any name. That's not an issue for me. Just hold, print something. Okay, after that you can change this print. Okay, na? Next one. Print like this. Syntactically 100% valid. Yes, no. Okay, na? Okay then. So fn is a function. So I call, take how many parameters? Take how many parameters?
Two
Two
parameters.
parameters. Two parameters are like which type? Function type.
Function.
So that can I pass like a f2 and f3? Yes, no? Okay, na? Okay. What is my a value? In the fn, what is my a value? A is what? F2. B is what? F3. For our understanding purpose, wherever A is there, can I replace with F2? You can easily understand, na? Wherever A is there, can I replace with what? F2. Yes or no? So, what it is? This statement only tell me. What is this statement?
F2 with one parameter. Right, is gonna
You are calling what? You are calling F2 or not? Simple. You are calling F2. So you are calling F2 means F2 should be what? Function. Yes or no? F2 is a function or not? Yes or no? You are calling with parameters or without parameters?
with parameter.
You are passing something means here, see, you not hold so that it gives me an error or not? Yes or no? So you are passing with the parameter means can you hold whatever the parameter he passed? Okay, how we can hold it? Come on, with some reference. Okay, na? Now you are calling F2 That means you are calling this one, passing the value Sachin. That Sachin I hold like name as per your requirement. As per your requirement, what do you want me to do? That Sachin, I want to print it, right? Yes or no? Agree with me? Done? Huh? Shall I come back? F2 is like here. What is my next one? What is my next one?
F3.
F3. Go to where? B. So wherever B is there, can I replace with what? F3. You are calling F3 means F3 should be what? You are calling F3 means F3 should be what?
Function.
Function. Yes, F3 is a function only or not? He passed any parameters or not passed?
Not passed.
Not passed. Here also there is no parameters, nothing. Okay, so here as per my requirement, second call, anyway he asked like Kohli. So can I hard code the Kohli? Any problem to anybody? Come on.
No.
Nothing, right? So that here my first one is this one. I have two functions, no issues. If I come here, see Sachin and Kohli. Done? Huh? Sachin and Kohli. Done or not? Done or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But my FN returns me what? What is the return? Is FN returns Dhoni here?
One
FN
function.
return a function. In your hand function is there. What you can do?
Call
When
that
I can
function.
get the services, call function, right? Function is there, means call it. Variable is there, use it. Class is create an object. Understood? Okay, na? Okay, then. One function returns me, okay, one value. So that how we can hold the value while calling the function? With one? Come on, with
Variable.
one variable, right? With one variable. Okay, the variable name can be anything. Anyone tell me F5 is what?
Function.
Which function?
F1 function.
F1. Return value of Fn or not? Yes or no? Function calling returns me return value, gives me return value. What is the return value of Fn calling? F1. So F1 is what? F5 or not? So here F5 is a function, you said. So if it's a function in your hand, what you can do with that function? You can call it. Whenever you call F1, my F1 contains what? Body? Dhoni. So that my Dhoni is going to print or not. This is only my output, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, can I remove this one? Can I remove this one also? Is it valid syntax or invalid syntax? Is it valid or invalid? If it is like valid, what is that? Valid only, right? Okay, don't think more. Simple. How many sections? Here, how many sections are there? 3 sections, right? 3 sections. First section Fn. What is Fn?
Function.
Function. So that function we can call. You can merge both. Function, you can call it. Yes or no? Call with parameters or without parameters. Possibility there or not there. Call with parameters and without parameters. So that Fn is a function. So that I called. Fn call value is what? See my terminology. Fn call value is what? Fn call value means Fn function call value means
F2, F3.
no. Fn call value is a return value of Fn or not? Fn call gives me what? See, this one executed, that's okay. Fn call value is what? This is the one, return value or not. Agreed with me? Any function call value is what? Return value. Okay, so Fn call, Fn you called with parameters, without parameters, sir. Fn you call with parameters, without parameters, sir. with parameters. So fn call return value is what? Fn call value is what? Fn call value means fn call return value. Fn return value. What is the return value? Fn function return value is what? F1 function, right? Function or not? So that this particular fn call value is a f1. If it is a function, again, what we can do in your hand, what do you want me to do? Call it. So that I call with this parameter or not. So that my output is like what? Something Kohli or not. So again, I'm going to write. What is my fn type? First, what is my fn type? Function. In your hand, what do you do? Call it. By passing only parameters. By passing how many parameters?
2 parameters.
What are those? One function call. Listen carefully, my terminology. One function call value is what? General statement. Function call value is what? Function call value is what? One function, any function you can call it. That value is what? What is the value of function call? Return value of that function or not? Yes or no? Come on. Function call value is the return value of that function. So what is the return value of this fn? Fn call, okay, return value is what? F1, right? F1 is which type? Okay, this value is F1 now. F1 is which type? Function. If it is a function, by using chaining, can we call again? In your hand, one function is there. After that, you have to follow the call. In your hand, one function is there. You have to follow that call. Yes or no? Agreed? Okay, so finally my output is what? Sachin, Kohli, and Dhoni. Yes. Agreed? See, very, very important. These all are like basics. Appear okay or not? Okay, then. One more example we can take it. You can comfort with that. Okay, my output should be 10 while calling F4. Will be my output should be 10 while calling F4. Anyone?
By defining A and B parameters.
Okay, while calling F4 I said. So can I call F4? Okay, next. What is the next one? Don't know. At least one person.
F4 with one parameter A5. A is a 5.
A is a 5. Okay, perfect.
B define a function with a value 5.
Yeah, first you can talk something about this F4. F4 take how many parameters? Simple. F4 take how many
2
parameters?
parameters.
2 parameters. Okay. What is the type? First one. Can be any, but based on the requirement, maybe most of the time string or
Integer.
number. But as per my requirement, it should be like what? Output is 10. So that it is like a number, integer or not. So the next one is what? Next one is what? B type is what?
Function.
Function or not? Yes or no? Done. You have a clarity now. So my A is like a number. So the direct line I can pass it. But B is a function, right? So can we define a function? F1, F5. Yes. Now can anyone tell me? B you are calling. That means function call value is what? Function call value is what? Written value, right?
With written.
Written value or not? If A equals to 5, my function call, okay, written value should be what? 5 only, na? Yes or no? So my F4, first parameter is what? 5. The second one is what?
F5.
F5. So my A is like a 5.
F5.
Okay. Wherever the B is there, you can replace with what? F5. F5. F5 call is nothing but what? Function call value is what? Written value. What is the written value of my F5? 5 only.
5.
So that 5 plus 5, you can get the output is like what? Your expect output is like 10 or not? Your expect output is like 10. All okay? Clear, okay, everyone?
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Now, function, right? Is it valid or invalid?
Valid.
In Python, is it valid or invalid? Don't worry, you can run it. If there is no error, means it's like syntactically valid or not. Yes or no? Can I call my F6? Can I call my F6? Yes. Function call value is what? Function call value is what?
A
Function
comma
call
B.
value is a
Empty.
written value. Written value. Function call value is a written
Return
value.
value.
Function call value is a written value. Okay. So the written value is like what? Only one
A
value,
comma
na
B.
multiple values. A comma B. So what is the written value? First value is going to give, or second value is going to give, or both it is going to give.
Both.
It is going to give like both or not. Okay. Can anyone tell me? The return type is what? F6 return type is what? Returns me what?
Tuple.
Tuple, right? Tuple. My F6 return type is like a tuple or not? Yes or no? Okay, so you can conclude the statement. You can return any number of values in Python or not with comma separation. The return value is what? My return value. In which value? Okay, in which data format? Means which data? Okay, which type? It is going to hold all the return values. In which data type they used to hold all the return values? Tuple data type or not? Now, how you can take the first value? How we can take the second value? These are all things we can discuss at the time of tuple discussion. At the time of tuple discussion. Agreed, everyone? Okay. Okay then. So my requirement is very simple. I have a function is there. In that particular function, I don't want any statements. So how we can write that function in Python? I have one function. In that function, I don't want to take any. I don't want any statements. How we can write it? How we can write it? You know about one of the keyword called as a Pass is the keyword. If I write like this, there is no statements, nothing, na? F7. If I write like this, is it valid or invalid? If I leave like this, is it valid or invalid?
Invalid.
It's like 100% invalid. It's like incomplete function syntax or not. It's like a incomplete function syntax or not. You get it? Okay, so if there has no statements, nothing. If there has no statements, nothing. Can I write like this? If there has no statements, nothing, still I need a function, but there is no use. Okay, there is no statements, nothing. Then the time you can use like what? Pass is the reserved word. So far, how many reserved words we used? How many reserved words we used? So far, how many reserved words we used? Anyone? So far, how many reserved words we used? I mean keywords. How many keywords we used? Hmm?
2.
Okay, one is like DEF, right?
Definition.
DEF. Another one is like
Pass.
return. And another one is like pass. These keywords we used or not? Okay, there is multiple, so many keywords are there. Okay, we used like these keywords or not? Yes or no? Okay, up to here, okay. Functions, there has second part also there. We'll discuss after few topics. Okay, na? So up to here, okay or not? Our goal is like how to create a function. Okay, the next one is like how to call a function, how to pass the parameters to the function. Okay, how we can create with parameters, without parameters, how we can create with written value, without written value. These things okay or not, everyone? Okay, na? Okay then. Now the next topic is like flow controls. The next topic is like flow controls. What is topic like, for any very simple thing. In my program, there has so many lines of 10, 20, 30, for example. So I know of the flow I want to all the statements. Flow controls. You have the statements you want to control, you can do what flow control. Value is like 10, they don't have those Hey, got disconnected. Okay, now is it okay now? Is it okay? My voice is clear.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
audible? Okay, perfect. Okay, then let's go. So my requirement is what? Very simple. Whenever the value is like 10, then only I want to execute like 3 statements. Then how we can? I want to control the statements execution. I have, okay, 3 statements are there. I want to control the statements execution whenever the value is like 10, then only I want. Then only I want. Tell me how we can do it. C, just think like C. C or any JavaScript, Java, whatever it is. How? Simple. Don't think more. My requirement is very simple. Whenever one variable value is like 10, then only I want to execute 3 statements. The statements can be anything. Hmm? Come on, why you think more? One variable you can take it. Number is equals to 10. Number is equals to 10. What I said, requirement is what? What is my requirement? If, tell me, my number value is equals to 10, then only I want to execute how many statements? How many statements you want me to execute? 3 statements or not? Otherwise not. Okay, now my number is like 100. These statements are going to execute or not execute? Whenever my number is like 10, now these statements are going to execute or not execute? Execute or not? So here the statements execution is controlled or not? Yes or no? The statements execution you controlled or not? If you want to execute, okay, if you want to control the statements execution, then you can go with one of the concept called as a flow controls. By using flow controls, okay, it is going to tell something about the statements execution. At the same time, we can say like what? The statements execution, we can control it. Okay, if you observe the statements execution, if it is not there, okay, this is which kind of execution? It is which kind of execution? Based on the condition, right? We execute these statements, so that it is a kind of conditional execution, it can say. Conditional execution. Conditional execution. Yes or no? Simple. If I remove this one, what happened? If I remove this one, do we have any condition?
No, sir.
No, right? If I run this one, okay, starting to ending, each and every statement is going to execute or not? Yes or no? This kind of execution, what we can say? Sequential order. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, like this, it is going to execute, right? This kind of execution, we can say like what? Sequential execution or not? Okay, my execution come under either sequential execution or conditional execution. Another one also there. Okay, simple requirement. I want to print, okay, your name is like 10 times, for example. Okay, print your name is like what? 10 times. How many ways you can do it? Print your name is like 10 times. In general, don't think more. Print your name is like 10 times. How many ways you can do it? Print your name. Okay, this statement is there na? This statement you can repeat like 10 times. 1 2 3 like this. For example, you can say like this. Okay, VTS. Okay, print VTS is like 3 times. Okay, this is also VTS and this is also VTS. Done. Okay, my requirement is done. 3 times, 4 times, okay, I can manage. 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. Is it recommended way of writing? Is it recommended way of writing? Tell me. You only tell. Is it recommended way of writing? Tell me.
No, sir.
No, right? In that case, can I go with the looping? Can I go with the looping? Okay, can I go with looping? While loop, for loop. Okay, already we discussed about some of the reserved words, right? Okay, for loop, for while, discussed or not discussed? At the time of what? At the time of keywords discussion. So by using that looping, we can iterate this particular statement 100 times or not. We can iterate this particular statement is like what? 100 times or not. So this kind of execution, what we can say? This kind of execution, what we can say? Looping execution or not. Any technology can take it. See, it is not specific to Python. Any technology can check. Java, .NET, PHP, Python, Node.js, or JavaScript, whatever it is. Any technology can take it. The execution of the statements come under sequential execution, come under conditional execution, come under looping execution or not. Other than that, nothing. Okay, any statement you can take it, any programming language you can take it. The statement executed means it may be sequential, line by line, it is going to execute. It may be based on the condition, it may execute. It may be based on looping. Okay, it is going to iterate that particular statement 10 times, 20 times, 100 times or not. Agreed? All are okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so if anybody asks, hey, okay, what is flow control? What's your answer? Come on, what is your answer? Okay, we can understand, okay, or we can tell the statements execution flow or not by using flow controls. There has three kinds of executions. One is like sequential, another one is like conditional, and another one is like looping execution or not. Any statement you can take it, the statement execution come under one of this execution flow or not. Okay. Okay, first one is like sequential execution. Nothing is there to discuss. Sequential execution is what? Step by step, means starting to ending, first one, second one, third one, fourth one, like this sequential order, it is going to execute or not. That is a sequential execution. Now come to the conditional execution. Now come to the conditional execution. Now conditional execution, I am going to add with the functions now. Okay, now my question is very simple. Write a function. Given number is like even number or odd number. Okay, write a function. Okay, the given number is like even number or odd number. That is the requirement. Okay, come on, how we can write the function? Given number is like even or odd. I want to find it. How we can? Come on, how we can start if it is only the requirement? Simple requirement. df, write a function first. Check even or odd. Okay, na? Yes. So given number, he said, he asked like 2 is even number or odd number, 3 is even number or odd number, not like that, right? Given number means we are going to give some dynamic values or not. So to my function, I want to pass some value or not. Okay, if anybody pass the value to the function, how we can hold the value inside the function? How we can hold the value inside the function? As a parameter or not? As a parameter. Okay, parameter name is what? What is my parameter name?
N.
10. You want me to like this? Huh?
N.
N. Okay. Give proper name. Number one. Number like this can we give? Yeah. N you said, right? That's okay. Number can I give it? Now come to our flow controls. Come on. Up to here already we discussed. Come on. You can. Come on. Based on the condition. Based on the condition. Okay, you have to tell something is like even number, sometimes it's like a odd number based on the condition. Okay, I want to execute, I want to control the statement's execution or not. Print even. Okay, print odd. You want me to do like this? You want me to do like this? Is it the valid? Come on, tell me. Check even, odd or odd. Okay, if I pass like a 10, what happened? Even, odd, these statements, both statements are executed or not? It's like a sequential execution. In this case, sequential execution is recommended one or conditional execution is the recommended one. Either even, either odd, I want to display, but not both, right? So
If
you have to write the condition or not. If
Number
what?
modulus 2.
Okay, number modulus. See, this logic is like common. Okay, it's like 0. Then that time
print even.
print even. Indentation is important. Come on. To this particular block, okay, this statement is okay. Now you want me to write else, come on, print odd,
Odd.
like this. Can I write like this? Is it valid or invalid?
Valid.
Okay, is it like valid or invalid? Come on, where it is like invalid? Come on, where it is like invalid? In Python, in Python I already told, wherever the block of statements are there, the block is going to start from where? Colon with some indentation or not? Yes or no? Colon with some indentation or not? See, this is my function. In my function, multiple statements are there. So my function block starting from here, this indentation, whatever we have, that is under the function block or not? Yes or no? These all statements are under what? Function block. If you come to the if one condition you written, if true, then that time this is one block of statements regarding if success. Okay, the condition is like true. Else this is one more block, right? So that you have to put like what? Again colon. Okay, if I write the colon, okay, you have to take what? In this particular level, you have to take 4 spaces or 1 tab gap or not. So see, these are all statements inside function body. This statement inside this if condition block, this statement inside the else condition block or not? Yes or no? Come on. See, indentation is important. Okay, now if I write like this, there is no gap, nothing here. Valid or invalid? See here, indentation is important. That is the reason we are going to think about the gaps. Say this. There is no problem at all. Okay, you can start with colon, no gaps, nothing is required. After that, if you want to tell some of the statements belongs to that particular block, you have to follow or you have to leave how many spaces? 4 spaces or 1 tab or not? Agreed? Come on. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
By seeing this one, you only tell the syntax now. Okay, you only has to tell the about the syntax. Okay, what is my syntax for if else? If is a reserved word, and here you have to write the condition or not. Yes or no? If condition is like a true, whatever the statements you want me to execute, those you can write inside this block. Else, whatever the condition you want to execute for else block, you can write the statements here with the indentation, proper indentation you have to follow or not. Yes or no? Agreed with me? So for good. So my question is very simple, straight question. Write a function. Check whether number, okay, give like even without else, only single if I want to check given number is like even or odd. Only one if. How? First, possible or not possible? Single if. Same like this only I want the answer. Come on.
With ternary condition.
Okay, one is like a ternary. Ternary means if is not required, na. If it is like true, then that time ternary operator we can use it. Only single if I want.
Okay.
Single if. Can I do like this? Very simple. Single if he said, right? If I write like this, what happened always? If I write like this, what happened always? Okay. For 10, it is going to work. No problem. For example, if it is like 11, so can I write like this? One variable I taken. One variable I taken. What is my variable? Tell me. What is my variable? Result. What is the default value? What is the default value? Odd, right? Okay. Okay, then. Now here, print result. First of all, it is going to execute. Okay, it is going to give me the proper value or not. That means proper output or not. Okay. So what I did, default one value is what? Odd. Default value is like what? To my variable, odd. Whenever it's like even number, my value can I replace with what? Even. That value can you print it simply? Yes, no? Tell me. Yes or no? With a single if we can do it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then we'll continue remaining things in the next session. So next section onwards, okay, you can go to this vtsschool.com. You can log in here. You can get the link. Okay, the link is going to change from Monday. Okay, you can log in here. If you're not registered, just you can register with your name, email, and phone number. Just you can log in. Okay, if you have any concerns, okay, just you can drop a mail. Drop a mail, or you can WhatsApp to this mail. Okay, WhatsApp message you can drop. Okay, so Monday onwards, okay, this link is going to deactivate. Okay, this link is going to deactivate. Okay, now. Any questions so far? I'm going to share you the videos. Just you can go through those videos. Tomorrow is like no class, so that you can complete all the videos. We can continue doing things from Monday. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining.
Okay, sir. Thank you.